Access Airchecks.
Yo. For people who don't know, Lazlo is not an overly sentimental man.
Why would you say that?
Well, I mean, you're not.
Don't paint me in a corner.
Well, I'm trying to be fair here. I didn't think that you'd have any issue with this portrayal. That you are not the kind of person who cries at movies. When Steve Irwin died, and everyone was so upset.
Who?
The crocodile hunter.
Okay.
And everyone was so upset. See, that's the response, right?
Was everyone upset?
Okay. Yeah, people were upset.
People cried?
Some people cried. I cried.
People who didn't. You cried when Steve Irwin died. You never met him.
A little bit. I know. It's crazy, right? But people do cry sometimes when celebrities die.
So when you say I'm not sentimental, you could just say I'm not a bitch.
A bitch, right. That's what I should have said. Lazlo, for people who don't know, he's not a bitch.
Yeah.
And he doesn't cry about people who he's never met.
I'm emotionally healthy.
They don't care about you. They don't pay your rent, so why do you care about them?
That's right.
But there has to have been some celebrities, some musicians who have died, athletes who have died over the years where you felt something like,
yeah, sure.
Man.
I feel bad sometimes.
Right. Well, I thought this was interesting. They put together...
weep?
Well, I didn't weep when Irwin died, but I went downstairs and my friend was there and he goes, "Hey, Steve Irwin died." And I was like, "What?" He goes, "I know." And then I could tell he was a little bit emotional and I got a little bit emotional. I also had a bit of a opioid problem at the time, so that could have played into it. I'm not sure, but I remember being quite upset.
Whatever, man.
Anyhow, I thought this was interesting. They put together the most culturally significant deaths of each decade. And I'm curious, coming up here, you can tell me, there has to be someone that you were a little bit upset about. It could have even been someone that surprised you, that you wouldn't have thought you would have been upset about, but you were. But celebrity death news that kind of hits you harder than the others. I would like to know what that is, if there was one. And then I'll tell you what they say were the most significant celebrity deaths culturally for every decade. You probably guessed some of them, but I also think that the ones that affected you the most might not be on these lists. I just assume that there's athletes that you might have really liked growing up, things like that. I don't know. Look, you're not a bitch. I get it. I'm not saying you wept.
I just haven't wept at anybody. Yeah,
I don't know
them.
Not saying you wept. I'm saying there's one where you went, Bowie was like, oh my God. I think everybody had this kind of like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Prince?
David Bowie died.
No, I didn't.
He wasn't upset about that, but he did get into an argument about how he was better than Michael Jackson.
Which is true.
Lasted weeks. Anyhow, I'll tell you what what the internet officially says the most significant ones are coming up.
The Church of Lazlo. The Church of Lazlo.
On 98.9 The Rock, KQRC Leavenworth, Kansas City's rock station. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
And if you want these kind of dreams, it's Californication. It's the edge of the world in all of Western civilization. The sun may rise in the east, at least it's settled in a final location. It's understood that Hollywood sells Californication. Break the spell of aging. Celebrity skin, is this your gender? Is that war you're waging? Firstborn unicorn, hardcore, softcore. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. My very own constellation. A teenage bride with a baby inside, getting high on information. and buy me a star on the boulevard. It's Californication. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. In Cobain, can you hear the sphere singing songs off station to station? And Alderon's not far away, it's Californication. Born and raised by those that praise control of population. Everybody's been there and I don't need no vacation. Firstborn unicorn, hardcore softcore. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Destruction leads to a very rough road, but it also breeds creation. An earthquake's out to a girl's guitar, that's just another good vibration. And tidal waves couldn't save the world from Californication. Hey, I surgeon Mary, while the brave the spell of aging. Sicker than the rest, there is no test, but this is what you're craving. Firstborn unicorn, hardcore softcore. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication.
Yo.
All right, you're not a bitch. I know.
No, I'm not.
And so you don't cry when
I'm
someone you
also
never met
emotionally
died.
healthy.
Yeah, and you might not even cry
I
when
can
someone
regulate them.
you also might not cry when someone you do know died. I don't know. When your grandma planted face first in that soup at Old Country
Well, I wasn't
Buffet.
there.
I know, but you heard about it. Did it
Yeah, later that
affect
night.
you? Did
Sure.
you,
I
did you
felt
cry?
that, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know I cried. But.
Well, let's just. I don't know what crying is, what the equivalent would be for you. Let's say you felt something.
Yeah, I felt something.
Did you feel a little bit sad?
Sure.
Okay, there we go. That's what we're looking for. So, see,
Sure.
those are similar feelings. They just don't get carried
I just
away.
don't have to, sob into my own hands.
Right, gotcha. Okay. So, they put together...
You did when your girlfriend broke up with you.
Okay, look, I was 19, and I think you will agree that you told me at that time,
Quit
as did
crying.
our boss, hey, you get to do this one time. You're going to cry this one time over this one girl, but now you're going to put concrete around your heart, and that's not going to happen again.
Right.
And I didn't let it happen again.
Okay.
Was that fair?
Yeah,
I've had a
that's
good
good.
role model. And I did not let it happen again. And I watch people around me who let it happen time and time again, and I think, Jesus Christ, where was Lazlo when you were growing up? Okay, so the most culturally significant deaths of the decades. Now, none of us are old enough to care about, like, in 1945, it was Adolf Hitler or whatever, right? But if we start moving
People
up...
cry because of that?
Well, no, these are just the most culturally significant deaths.
I
But some
see.
of them are good people, right? Like in 1968, you got Martin Luther King. I think a lot of people cried about that.
Sure.
I don't know if people cried about Sharon Tate in 69. I mean, I'm sure her family did. I don't know if
I
the
bet you
public...
they did.
Yeah, I don't know how big a celebrity she was. She was pretty big,
She was
right?
pretty big, yeah.
Was but Polanski the bigger celebrity in that
I
relationship?
think they were both pretty popular.
Now, Jimi Hendrix in 1970, that had to affect people. I would think there's a lot of hippies, music lovers
Sure.
who were affected by that. And I know that there's been musicians who've died where I've felt something. I'm not going to say that I cried, but I felt something. So I would think that Jimi
Michael
Hendrix would have
Jackson.
been
When
more
Michael
of a-
Jackson died, you cried.
Yes, he did. Jackie Robinson, 1972.
That's a big deal for people.
That's a big deal, right? Bruce Lee, 1973.
Okay.
That's not your thing. It's not my thing either, but I know people love that stuff. That stuff. What is it?
Karate?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong?
What's it called?
Bruce Lee was an expert in Hong Kong.
Kung Fu. Hey, you know
Jesus
what? I was trying to
Christ.
find the words, okay?
Racist.
You called it, you were about to call it.
I called it
Kung-
karate.
Well, he started to call it something else before that. We'll have to go back. Elvis Presley in 1977, I know people cried about that.
Sure.
I've seen videos of it. My mom
Cried about that?
said she was very upset. Yeah, her sister told her, and it sounded like they were both very upset. I did not know that until I went to visit Elvis's house. I got invited by his family to come down there
I remember.
a couple years ago. Lisa Marie. It was right before she passed away, and went down
Right.
there
Yeah,
for-
spent Christmas together.
yeah, well, Thanksgiving. We had Thanksgiving dinner together, but there were Christmas presents under the tree and all that. John Wayne, 1979. Sure, a lot of
Yeah, a lot of guys.
people.
Yeah.
Oh no, John Lennon, 1980. Now that's one that if Snow Cone had been around, I'm sure he would have cried. And when Paul McCartney
Absolutely.
dies, he will cry. I have no
Absolutely.
doubt about that.
100%.
No doubt. Look at the look that you're getting. Why is that so bad?
I was just looking at him to see if he was telling the truth or not.
When Paul McCartney dies, yeah, it'll be
He'll-
when him and Dylan go. That's gonna be.
when Dylan goes.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Oh.
but you'll weep?
I don't know if I'm
Openly
gonna
weep?
I'm not
Will
gonna openly
will
weep.
water come out of your tear ducts?
Probably.
For Paul McCartney more likely or Dylan more likely?
Probably McCartney.
What if everyone
Will
in
blood come out of your vagina?
Maybe.
what
When
if,
George R. R. Martin goes, it definitely will.
oh, give me a break.
It
Okay.
definitely will.
What if all of the band Fish died in a Carmen Ghia? There was a bad accident, and they all died today. Would you cry? Have you heard that news?
I'd well up. For
Okay,
sure.
so Paul McCartney's a bigger deal. Rock Hudson, 1985. Now we're starting to get, did you cry when that happened, Lazlo? Did your mother cry?
No.
I didn't. My mom talks about it. I didn't know who he was. Andy Warhol in 87. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Heather O'Rourke in 88. That's a girl from Poltergeist. That was the biggest
little girl?
culturally. Yeah, the little girl. Remember, she was sick, and there was this whole
Nope.
thing about the curse of the Poltergeist movies. Yeah, the sister died too. She was murdered by her crazy boyfriend or ex-boyfriend. He came over and stabbed her, and then you didn't know that stuff about Poltergeist? Okay. Sammy Davis Jr., 1990.
Okay.
Nothing?
I didn't cry, no.
What about Freddie Mercury, 91?
No.
You're not a Queen fan?
I do like Queen. I didn't cry.
You do? Oh, okay. Kurt Cobain, 1994. That was my first one.
That's where you cried?
Well, my mom, we just
Your
got...
teacher told you, right?
No, I told my teacher. We had the internet. We were early. My mom was real early internet adopter, and every morning she would get on the internet and she would basically print out all of the news that she could find. And that morning, she found this Kurt Cobain stuff, printed it out, gave it to me. I was very upset. I went to school, told my teacher. My teacher allowed me to tell the classroom what had happened. Yeah. And then I started seeing
You're the
that.
voice of grunge in the 6th grade.
I was fifth grade, yeah. And then I thought, wow.
Well, we should really have Slim Fast tell you about.
Well-
and you're up there like, let me tell you about Kurt
Hey,
Cobain.
this was one of the teachers that I connected
I'll
with.
tell you about that.
I know you never had a teacher you connected with, but this was probably the best teacher I ever had.
Like, I'll just tell you right now. Mm-hmm. He was here to entertain us.
Well, I did take a razor.
Here we
and
are now.
I did carve his name into my
And
arm.
I carved it. I carved his name into my arm.
No, you
And
didn't.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Wait, you carved his name into
I
your arm?
carved Kurt into my name.
It says
or
Kurt.
into my
That day?
forearm. Yeah, I think it was that day.
I wanted the kids to
Man,
know
I
how
did not
much.
know that.
Oh yeah,
I want the kids to know how much I'm into it.
Yeah, that-
Unfortunately, I spelled it with a C.
yeah, that was the problem. Well,
And the
some
R
people
looks
spell
like
it.
an N, and
Some
it's
people
still there.
spell
It
it
just
with a
says
C. No, I did. I didn't carve his name. I did see people. There were
Oh,
kids
man,
on
I was
TV
like,
that
there's
did that.
no way.
No, I saw. Honest to God, I'm going. I saw kids on MTV doing that, and I thought, oh no, they like
I
him
still
more
have
than
to-
me. Should I carve his name in it?
still
I
have
really
carved.
thought that. I was like, oh my God, man. Now that's what you got to do. Selena, 1995. I didn't know who she was till after she died. If I'm being honest. Tupac, 96. Now that was a slow because you knew he got
That
shot, but he
I
wasn't
was
dead
sad
yet.
about, yeah.
And then all the news broke, and all your friends are telling you, hey, it's over.
I
Tupac
can
died.
remember right now Kurt Loder coming on with MTV News. news and saying he finally died.
I found out from
It
a
was
girl at
week
the park.
after.
I went to meet this girl that I'd been talking to on the phone, and
That
we met up
made
at the
me-
park.
I was a kid, but I was really sad about that.
I had never seen this girl in person before. We meet up at the park for the first time after talking for like 2 months.
What are you talking?
A friend was trying to set us up or whatever, but I'd never seen her
You were,
in
like,
person.
talking on the phone?
Talking on the phone, yeah.
Where'd she go to? Like a
Different school.
On Mars?
No, she just went to a different school. I
You
wasn't
guys
old
don't
enough to
know, it's
drive.
different school.
I wasn't old enough to drive yet.
Yeah, but I mean, it took you 2 months to meet at a park.
I don't know if 2 weeks. I don't know if it was 2
I
months.
see.
It was weeks, probably.
So
But
you met up with her? And
met up with her at
she
the park
hot?
first time. She's pretty cute, yeah.
Right.
And she still listens sometimes.
Really? What's her name?
Stacy. And she's married now, married a good dude. If they're still married. Either way, they're still both good people. But
Not as good.
first time I met her, she tells me, first thing she says, "Hey, did you hear?" And I said, "No." She goes, "He died." And I knew exactly who she was talking about. And I was like, what?
Who was she talking about?
Tupac. He had died because we knew that he'd gotten shot, but,
He died a week later.
it took a
then what?
while. And I was like, oh, man.
And did you guys embrace?
I was like, so do we kiss now, or does that comfort you?
Yeah.
What do we do here?
Did
I'm
you
not-
guys kiss?
I'm not sure.
I have a grief boner.
You know, Snowcone, I don't remember what all we did, but I did see her more times. I think we might have gone
Did you listen
skating
to
one
Tupac
time, and
after that, like, let's just sit in the park.
I
and
listened to Tupac. My friends
What did
listen
you
to a
do
lot of
that
Tupac.
day? Like, let's just sit in the park and listen to it. And
Maybe.
console each other.
Maybe. I mean, I'm sure I hung out with my friends later, and they were probably listening to more Tupac. But yeah, though, in all honesty, the one that actually surprised me, that got me, was my family was doing like this camp thing with other families. We went to the summer camp where I went as a kid, but it was a family
What was the name of that
weekend.
camp?
Cliff Springs.
Oh, that's not the one I was thinking of.
And we get there, and I'm in an A-frame. My older brother's coming.
You're in an apron.
A-frame.
Oh.
It's like a little cabin.
Like, what the hell, man?
My
Such
bro-
a weird life.
My brother was
So we're
coming.
going camping, and my brothers come over. I'm in nothing but an apron.
Well, that part's fair. That sounds about right. He's coming late because he had to work, so he drives down there. It's nighttime, and I'm waiting for him to get there. And he comes in and he goes, "Hey, did you hear?" And I was like, "No." He goes, "Princess Diana died." Now, my family was not into the royal family at all. That was not a thing.
that
My
one
mom
stung?
for some reason, I saw my brother was upset, which was
one?
really weird. The one you like.
Really?
Yeah, I could tell that he was
I did
upset.
not know he was that soft.
And I was like, oh, yeah, we're all soft. And I was like, man, well, what happened? And he told me what he knew. He's like, she died in a car crash. And I didn't cry, but that was the first time. For some reason, I felt really sad, and I didn't know why, because I wasn't like buying magazines that had her picture on the front. You know what I mean? My family wasn't into her, but it seemed like that affected a lot of people.
That was a huge
You had Candle in the
deal.
Wind and
Yeah.
all those people crying on TV.
Her
So
televised funeral.
I wasn't
I
the
still
only
can't
one.
listen to Candle in the Wind to this day.
That song sucks, though.
That's why. Not because it makes me feel bad, just so stupid.
It's stupid. It is a stupid song. I always hated it. When Sinatra died, that made me sad too. He died in '98.
Yeah, that was a moment.
And, we'd already seen him kind of struggling to remember lyrics on
Yeah.
stage and stuff like that. But I was like, dude, he's dead. That's it. Like, that's an era that is
That
now
was the thing.
gone.
That was the era.
That's the end
like,
of
you
an
feel
era.
like, I don't know if I felt sad, but you feel nostalgic about that
Absolutely.
one. It's like, that's the end
That's
of
it.
like this kind of cool guy Las Vegas era. It was over.
Any one in a
Done.
billion chance that I'd ever get to shake his hand is
Yeah.
gone. All that stuff. Then you had JFK Jr. He died the next year in
yeah.
'99. I was in
remember- I
school.
remember that.
People were upset about that. I don't know. I was like, hey, the guy seemed like a nice guy. He's got a magazine. And
I was
all that,
actually
but-
like in New Jersey at the time. That's where my dad was living, and the airport he took off from was like in his backyard. Like I could see that airport.
And?
It was just, it was shocking. I don't know, like it was a huge deal. And I remember being
Did
like,
you see the plane crash?
no, but I remember just like my dad being like, he took off from right there.
You can watch the Air Disasters episode about it. It's on there.
Your house would be right there.
Then, yeah,
What
you might
dad?
see it.
What dad?
What?
my biological dad, he had an apartment in
In New Jersey?
Yeah.
And you were there visiting him?
Dude, this guy
How
tells
old
us.
were you?
It doesn't tell us
Oh,
anything.
young.
Well, let's see. It was
Jesus
1999, so you would have been like 27.
I would have been like 10.
Okay. Yeah, 11, 12, 14.
So before he left you in the casino,
Yeah.
which
He lived in New Jersey for like 6 months or something.
and you flew out there to visit
The
him?
first time I ever flew was to Newark. Yeah.
I think Snowcone also died died. I think
Like,
he
there's
cried
stuff that he says, and I'm like, I had no idea that your
because he
dad-
doesn't tell us this stuff.
your
He just
dad
leaves
lived
it
in
out.
New Jersey.
He doesn't.
I don't need to.
You
What
don't
was he
want us
doing in
prodding.
Jersey?
I don't know.
Making
I really
moves,
don't.
baby. Making moves,
He
making
was
money.
dating some girl who had like, to this day, the biggest house I've ever seen in my life.
He dated hot, rich chicks.
He dated the girl that ran this company that made the plastic that goes over Barbies, like the boxes.
the molds or something. Oh,
Yeah.
the packaging.
Packaging.
ran it?
Right. Yeah, it was her company.
How the hell did you meet her?
I don't know.
Dude, the guy's
But
a stud.
Her
Yeah.
house to this day. It was
You
like
talk
a
about
hotel.
how bad he is. Like, this guy
Have you ever seen the
And
picture
they're
of him?
working.
Have you ever seen the picture of him
No,
in his
he's a
underwear
good-looking
sitting
guy.
on the edge of the bed when they're on vacation? He's just like getting up out of bed. He looks like a movie star. He looks like a movie star. Yeah.
Is he that good looking?
He's like a
show you
rugged,
the
he's like a
picture.
Burt Reynolds. I mean, the guy's a rugged, good-looking guy. Aaliyah died in 2001. I know Snow Cone cried when she died.
Nope.
You didn't? What about Johnny Cash? Now, Lazlo and I were working together when Johnny Cash died.
Yeah.
That was a big deal. I'm not saying you cried, but it was a big deal. I know you were upset when Pope Francis or Pope John Paul died. I was not Catholic, but that upset you. Saddam Hussein,
Yeah.
I don't think that upset anybody.
That made me sad.
Why did that make you sad?
Well, he just had it, the world by the balls, and they
He
find
did
him in
have
a
a good
little
life.
hole.
Yeah, he's
Little
just
hole hiding. I was like, and in my head,
What a
I was
sad
like,
end.
he's hiding in some palace somewhere. That's what they kept saying. And they just found him in a hole that he dug.
It looked like a tarantula
It was
hole.
sad.
Yeah, this guy was
Sad.
raping and pillaging the world. Like you said, had it by the balls. And then, Heath Ledger, 2008.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, 2009. And I'll never forget Lazlo's reaction, like, oh, thought he was dead. Oh, who cares? Oh, I'm surprised the guy made it this long. We were really
Okay,
upset.
come on.
I was upset. I
Is that really
know.
what you were like?
I remember
It's Michael Jackson.
that night,
cares?
I went and met up with my friend, and we just sat and talked
the king
about
of
how
pop.
weird it was that he died and how we were both really sad. We grew up with this guy
Same
being
girl
bigger than
that
life.
Tupac?
No,
Stacy
this
again?
Chalon. We were just talking about how this guy was the only like bigger than life celebrity of our childhood that we knew. He was beyond
You knew him?
no that was alive that we knew of. There was he was like bigger than a celebrity. He was the biggest
I
celebrity.
remember
in
it
the
was
world.
like the same day
He
as
was like a
Farrah
god.
Fawcett, and I got to work and someone said he died. I'm like, no, you're thinking of Farrah Fawcett. She died.
You're thinking of Farrah
Because she died like earlier
right,
in the day.
Right. Gary Coleman, that did upset Lazlo.
I don't like that.
In 2010, he was bummed about that because he's a big fan. Elizabeth Taylor, then Whitney Houston in 2012, and that made me sad too. Whitney Houston, come on, man. I mean, I'm not listening to her music, but that's sad. She died young. She was an American icon. And then the last ones that I think really upset me, Robin Williams, 2014.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, that was sad because of how he did it. You're like, damn, man.
His whole story, and everyone
Yeah.
loved him.
Yeah.
He was such a nice guy. Then Spock, Leonard Nimoy, died in 2015, and that was what?
No.
People loved Leonard Nimoy.
I didn't say anything.
That was a big deal. And then you had Muhammad Ali the year after
Yeah,
that.
was sad. I like Muhammad Ali.
Right.
That's the end of an era, too.
Those were rough. And then Stan Lee a couple years later.
Yeah, Stan Lee, too.
And I think the most recent one would have been Kobe, and that would be the one I think most likely Lazlo felt
Kobe.
sad because you were a Kobe fan. Look at him trying to downplay it.
Kobe.
I
I was saying that's what you say. Kobe changed the world. Like everybody before that, you would shoot a basket and you would say Jordan.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're just like, now it's Kobe. When you shoot trash into the garbage can, you say
It's
Kobe.
been Kobe. What are you talking about?
That's what he's
Yeah,
saying.
I said they changed it. Kobe changed it from Jordan before that. Before Kobe became popular, like nobody else was able to change that.
I'm saying I think that death upset you. It was the weekend, so I
I'm
didn't
saying
get
that's
to
what I'm
see
saying.
it.
Like he changed the way, just how you shoot
Yeah. When you're just playing around.
trash.
Into a trash
You say
can.
Kobe.
Yeah.
What-
Kobe, you didn't say that before.
Bomb Pop does that.
So were you sad?
For the rest, but I'm saying for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
You always thought it would just be Jordan.
I didn't know Jordan was ever a thing.
Oh yeah, you shoot Jordan.
Oh, yeah, people, when they shoot dice, they would say Jordan.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
All the time.
I just always known Kobe.
You were sad that day. I'm guessing it was a Saturday, I think, or a Sunday.
Yeah.
I think it was a Sunday, but we were all texting, so I couldn't see you, but come on. You were sad. I know you were a
Yes.
huge Kobe fan. You respected the hell out of him.
I like Kobe.
Yes.
I love him.
You loved him. And you're not a huge basketball fan, but you liked that guy
I like
a
the
lot.
Mamba mentality.
Yes. And you thought he was a
Never
hard
blinked.
worker and all those things.
Yeah.
Right. I think you were
I still
sad that
listen to his
day.
lessons to this day.
Were you sad that day?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It does take some getting used to.
The Church of Lazlo
Okay, everybody just calm down.
on 98.9 The Rock. Why live in real time when you can catch up on everything at 989therock.com?
Hear the latest from the Johnny Dare Morning Show and the Church of Lazlo.
Check the Bud Light concert calendar, see music news, and register for free stuff on the contest page.
Wow, really? Sleep in and catch up on everything you've missed at 989therock.com.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. Need advice? We've got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Do you have $10,000, $20,000, or $30,000 in debt? Then listen to this. You may not be required to pay it all back.
I was drowning in debt.
I had over $36,000 in debt.
If I would have just made the minimum payments, it would have taken me 59 years to pay off.
Whether it's credit card, medical, or personal loan debt, National Debt Relief can help significantly reduce what you owe. In fact, debt relief payments can be 50% less than your monthly credit card payments. That's right, half as much as you're paying now.
National Debt Relief reduced my debt by over $27,000.
With National Debt Relief, you have a powerful team that knows how to talk to your creditors.
National Debt Relief, they got me out of debt.
More than 550,000 Americans have used National Debt Relief to reduce their debt. Call 800-649-6464 to see if you qualify to settle your debt for a fraction of what you owe. 800-649-6464. That's 800-649-6464.
Looking for a safe, reliable, all-wheel drive vehicle? Then you need to test drive a new Subaru from Subaru of Olathe. Choose from Subaru of Olathe's great selection of new Outback, Forester, Crosstrek, and Ascent models, all priced with incredible lease and financing options. Plus, Subaru of Olathe's simplified buying process and no dealer fees means you save time and money on your new Subaru purchase. So hop in the driver's seat of a new Subaru today at Subaru of Olathe at SubaruofOlathe.com.
Men, low testosterone causes a host of problems. These include a low sex drive, bad sleep patterns, unproductive workouts, decreased energy, brain fog, and more. But many men just attribute these symptoms to aging and don't consider that there are medical treatments that can give them back their vigor and vibrancy. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're feeling like I just described, it's time for you to treat that low T and change your life. At Heartland Men's Health, we're experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. We've successfully treated many men for low T and seen the amazing difference that those treatments can make in a man's life. If you're like the vast majority of men who are low T, within just a few weeks, you'll feel your energy return, that brain fog will go away, your sleep will improve, as will your workouts, and your sex drive will be significantly enhanced as well. So make an appointment and make a true life change. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices, Overland Park, Independence, and now North Kansas City.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance, like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real-person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Shop Macy's VIP sales starting Thursday. Use your coupon or Macy's card and take an extra 30% off the latest fall trends from designers that rarely go on sale. And save 15% off skincare, makeup, fragrances, and more. Plus, shop fall specials for even more great deals on top brands at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Do you or someone you know have a bunion?
If so, get paid up to $2,000 and receive bunion surgery at no cost to you. We are looking for adult participants 18 to 75 with bunion pain for a research study with an investigational medication. Call 913-333-3000 or register online at drbents.com. Dr. Bent's Clinical Research, one of the world's most luxurious research centers.
I'm listening. Odyssey's 2-hour mental health special is set for 7 p.m. Wednesday the 25th. Hear mental health professionals discuss the struggles we face every day. Presented by MNU, offering mental health training and affordable services for the community. Find out more at mnu.edu/rise. And the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention's Kansas City Walk, October 5th. Register today at afsp.org/Kansas City. I'm listening because talk saves lives.
You made it this far? Might as well stick around for more.
Don't go anywhere. The Church of Lazlo on 98.9 The Rock.
Inside, you lock me up inside your dirty cage. Well, I'm alone inside my mind. I like to teach you all the rules. I get to see them set in stone. I like it when you chain me to the bed, but then your secrets never show. I need to feel you. You need to feel me. I can't control you. You're not the one for me. No, I can't control you. You can't control me. I need to feel you. So why is it inbound? I love the way you rake my skin. I feel the hate you place inside. I need to get your voice out of my head, 'cause I'm a guy you'll never find. I think you know all of the rules. There's no expressions on your face. I hope that someday you will let me go. Release me from my dirty cage. I need to feel you. You need to feel me. I can't control you. You're not the one for me. No, I can't control you. You can't control me. I need to feel you. So why is it inbound? You and me. I love the way you look at me. I love the way you smack my ass. I love the dirty things you do. I have control of you. I love the way you look at me. I love the way you smack my ass. I love the dirty things you do. I have control of you. I love the way you look at me. I love the way you smack my ass. I love the dirty things you do. I have control of you. I love the way you look at me. I love the way you smack my ass. I love the dirty things you do. I have control of you. I need to feel you. You need to feel me. I can't control you. You're not the one for me now. I can't control you. You can't control me. I need to feel you. So why is it about you and me? You're not the one for me now. You're not the one for me. You're not the one for me. You're not the one for me now.
Yo.
All right, I want to be done with this.
Oh, I know. You're almost done. Look what I got for you.
Come on, man.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's just going to make me tired.
No, come on. Here you go. Oh, you're tired? You need some allergy medicine?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there, you take that. Listen, we got one more thing to discuss before we get out of here. I want to know what you would do if you're at your house and you hear and you look outside and there's federal agents.
Federal agents?
Yeah, like Diddy style, like FBI agents, and they're getting ready to raid your house and they start coming in. What would you do? Well, tell me next.
Okay.
I'll give you some allergy medicine first so you can think about it.
The Church of Lazlo on 98.9 The Rock.
Yo. Okay, Lazlo, imagine that you and I, we go through school. together, and we decide, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get good grades, and we're going to go to law school. We're going to become lawyers. We're going to be driven people, and we're going to argue with people in a court of law, and we're going to be respected. We're going to have
Slim and Lotzie.
Briefcases and ties.
Lotzie's got this.
Yeah. We'll have suits, more than one. And, everyone has a court suit, but it'll be a different kind of court suit. Because I'm not showing up as a defendant. This is a court suit as someone who's arguing a case. We become lawyers. We're so good at being lawyers, they make us prosecutors, right? Like, hey, why don't you be a prosecutor?
Yeah, but we're not doing it.
Well, no, we're doing it. Just imagine.
We're going to be prosecutors?
Imagine we become prosecutors.
We don't want to be prosecutors.
We don't want to, but then get this. I'm like, hey, man, if we become prosecutors, we can take some serious bribes.
Oh, that's
like,
idea.
oh, what kind of bribes? I'm like, let me tell you. Here's how much money's on the table. So we start taking some bribes, right?
Right, Slotsky.
Yes. Pretty good job. Now we're taking bribes. This is good stuff. We got some company we're supposed to be prosecuting. Somebody comes to the house and says, hey, I'll give you $65,000 if you...
Not enough.
We're like, okay, make it $165. Yeah, and then we'll talk. So that's what we do again. We're just pretending. Then we become judges. They love us so much as prosecutors, we become judges, right? We're like, now we can really take some bribes, right?
Yeah.
That's a good life. They give you awards for being such a good judge, being such a good prosecutor. You take pictures that are in the paper holding up plaques that say, hey, here's Lotzie. He was a great judge. He's retired now.
These guys get busted?
What a career. Well, it was just one guy in New York. And look, I don't know what this guy did. That's why we're just playing pretend. But he definitely was accused of taking a lot of bribes. And he was a prosecutor, and then he was a judge, and then he was at his house when the feds showed up. And they're there to raid the home to see if he was taking bribes. What do you do in that situation? You've lived your whole life. You've gotten the awards. You're older now.
I'm a judge, right?
You're retired.
And I was a defendant. Like, it's a different game. I only say that because I've already been a defense attorney, a good one, a prosecutor, a good one, and a judge. So I know exactly what to do.
Okay.
For me, like, am I guilty of something bad? Like, are they going to come in and find something that I probably...
You took $63,000 in bribes.
Well, that's not enough to really get me in too much trouble.
That's what I think. It's not even a house. Like, it's 63. That Democratic senator took like gold bars. That's a lot of money.
I also feel like I can defend that somehow. I don't know. It's not enough to make me freak out. Like, I thought it was going to be like $6 million.
Right, over the course of 30 years.
Let all these guys out of jail. Then maybe I just, take one for the team. I don't feel like dealing with all this.
Right, I'm with you.
But if I'm maybe I just come out guns a-blazing.
Well, yeah, but for more money, not for the $63,000 you're saying.
Yeah, like if I know that I'm staring a lifetime in prison and
no, this will just ruin your reputation.
Yeah, whatever.
And I'm sure you will get in trouble. You might have to go to jail for a while.
I also know I'm a defense attorney, so there's a good chance I can get out. I also know how to bribe judges. So
right, exactly.
I got a lot of things going for me. If I'm that guy, I have a lot of know-how on how I might be able to get out of this.
I would assume that you could get it lowered down to community service and that you wouldn't have to do the community service because someone will sign off on it.
But if it was just me and they're like, we're here and you stole this and you're guilty of having forced freak-offs.
Well, yeah. Now
I'm not going to jail.
That's a lot. But if you've had this great
60
career,
grand, though, then whatever. If they were like, oh, you stole 60 grand from Odyssey, I'd be like, well, whatever.
Now, here's the thing, though. We got to keep in mind that it's possible that you took more than $63,000 in bribes, and you don't know how much the government knows. You don't know how much they're going to accuse you of taking.
Okay.
That's possible in this situation. But what happened with this guy was the feds show up at his house yesterday, and he decides to come out guns a-blazing. He starts shooting at the feds. He did your move. Yes, he starts shooting at the feds.
And?
Well, it's a sad ending.
FBI agents had arrived to take retired executive assistant DA Stuart Rosenwasser into custody. He pointed a gun at agents, and one fired back. Rosenwasser then retreated and barricaded himself inside and took his life. His death on the same day, the U.S. Attorney's Office unsealed an indictment accusing Rosenwasser of using his authority to initiate a criminal investigation at the request of a millionaire friend. The then ADA accepted at least $63,000 in bribe payments, mostly by check or money order, starting in October of 2022.
Why do you have all these checks? I mean, doesn't anyone bribe in cash? This is like that Jerry Springer thing, writing a check to a sex worker.
63 grand. Like, you are a judge.
And the indictment was unsealed, so maybe he did know exactly what they were after.
He knew
Because they said they.
I just feel like you're not. I feel like you're going to get in trouble. I feel like you still got a shot to get out of it.
Right, you don't have to kill yourself.
And by the way, you're going to get bond.
Yes.
So you still got a chance to, start a firefight somewhere if you want to. Like, we don't have to end this right now. Like, if they were coming in and like, hey, Like with Diddy, I know Diddy he tried to post bail and they wouldn't let him. That sucks. Because, like, at least you think, like, all right, I can get bail, I can post bail, I can get out. I'm guessing Diddy would have tried to start a firefight if they were like, you're never getting out.
Right.
That day when they come get you and then they're like, yeah, the judges said no bail, that's like, oh.
Right.
I should have started the firefight when they came. I thought I was going to be able to get out of here and start the firefight later. That's the worst part. So
yeah, this guy should have
he should have had a clear indication that he can get out of, he can post bail.
He should have acted like Diddy. You know what I mean? Diddy was the one who acted all calm and walked out. And he's like, I don't know what the hell's going on. And he was taking pictures with his family at restaurants and whatever. Right. But this guy instead decides to point a gun at an agent. Someone fired a shot.
I also feel like you're not doing it on your own.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know it to be true. They say he's from New York, Dr. Rosen, whatever his name is.
Rosenwasser.
I feel like you got dirt on people. You're a defendant, You're a prosecutor, you're a judge.
They
There's
bribed
other people doing something. Who bribed me? We're going to talk about all this.
Yes.
I'm going to talk about all of it. Let's see what happens.
And they don't want you to talk about all of it. Now, look, I get it. I mean, I don't get it, but I can imagine.
And you get your judges or buddies, like maybe one of them's, man, you get thrown out of the goody two-shoes court, get it put in the other guy's court. Like, I watched Billions.
Yeah.
I know how it works.
I'm sure it's just like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I just got to turn evidence over on somebody else. There's bigger fish to fry than me.
It's like a drug deal.
Right. I'm saying I'm a judge. I've got a lot of information on people. I can turn over evidence on someone.
Yes, you don't. This is not.
They did it in Billions all the time. It was great. Paul Giamatti was perfect at it. I'm just not worried about it.
I just think people should always keep in mind that your house could get raided by the feds. And you're thinking, not me. I'm a server at Applebee's. There's no reason. Well, just in case they get the wrong place or they think you're up to something, have this idea in your head of what would happen if the feds raided my house. What's in your house that you really wouldn't want the feds to take with them? Well, then just make sure that stuff is somewhere where feds aren't going to get it or take it out of the house. But when the feds come knocking on your door, there's probably not a worse feeling.
There's stuff that you want.
I know, I'm saying you got to put it somewhere else.
But they'll probably find that place.
Yeah, maybe. But at least take it out of the house so that when they come to raid the place, you're like, oh, okay. You walk away. That's when you drive to the storage facility and take the stuff out of there. Whatever the case, I can't imagine a worse feeling than officers of the law knocking on your door and saying, we're here to execute a search warrant. That's about as bad as it gets insofar as being scared. There's really not. I mean, that's it.
Well, for two reasons. One, I mean, there's nothing in my house, so I wouldn't be all that worried about it.
But it's still scary.
Totally scary, and maybe there is.
That's just it.
I don't think there is.
What are they going to find? What if they get on your computer? I
don't trust them.
That's the thing. They could get on my computer and say, looks like he was doing such and such. I'm like, I don't even know what Bitcoin is. You know what I mean? And now you're going to say I was somehow bribing people out of
the good news is crypto? They'd be like, "Oh, we found on this computer." I'd be like, "Joke's on you! I don't have one."
Yeah, that'd be good. You don't have a computer.
I don't.
You know that's why you're not scared of a raid. Right. There's no computer in your house.
They're like, "We need to see your computer." I'm like, "I literally don't have one."
There's the Xbox.
I mean, my kids got a MacBook from school, but I don't know.
Go ahead, take it with you.
Take him too. It was all his fault.
Up next, speaking in tongues.
The Church of Lazlo on 98.9 The Rock.
Step up your sleep game and shop huge savings at NFM. Right now, you can get a Sealy King mattress for the price of a queen. So you're scoring a Sealy King mattress for just $4.99. That's a savings of more than $200. Or get a queen mattress for the price of a twin, just $429. And save time with express next day delivery. Find the right bed for you at incredible savings. Sound sleep made easy. Only at NFM. Limited areas, some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Hey, it's Slim Fast. Your kids are ready to go back to school, but what about you? Maybe you've thought about going to Centric for years, or maybe you're just sick of your low-paying job. You want a new career in an industry that pays better, where people with skills are in demand. One of the great things about Centric is their Flex program, which allows you to go through the program on your terms, either online or in person. And don't forget, if you're a veteran, you can use your GI Bill to help pay for your education. Go to Centric.com to schedule a meeting with my buddy Russ and change your life today. Centric.com.
Scary low prices and scary low down payments. Hi, it's Jeremy Franklin from Jeremy Franklin Automotive in Kansas City. Take advantage of event pricing on everything, and every vehicle is just $29 down. $29. Credit a bit scary? If you bring home $400 a week, you could get up to $30,000 in credit. $30,000 with just $29 down. Even the new Outlander with third row seating. and a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Scary low prices and scary low down payments. $29 down, $29 for the first 62 customers. Take advantage of event pricing on everything, and every vehicle is just $29 down, $29. I'm Jeremy Franklin. Come see us at Jeremy Franklin Automotive, South Kansas City. Call 816-523-6900 or jeremyfranklin.com. jeremyfranklin.com will always be another satisfied customer.
When you bring your own phone and switch at a Kansas City Verizon, you get 3 lines for the price of 2. Which is perfect if, like, you're a couple with a daughter who's ready for her own phone. Or maybe you have a son who wants to be able to text you and definitely not his girlfriend. Or a brother who wants in on the deal. Or your uncle could really use a line. Or your wife has a sweet but clingy twin sister. Or your best friend from college relies on you. Give him a free line. Or you guys have a roommate who's kind of a mooch. Or your dog walker needs a solid. Or your wife's ex-boss's dermatologist attorney's best friend could also use a line. Anyway, you get the idea. Bring your phone and get 3 lines for the price of 2 and pay less than $29 a line. Visit a Kansas City Verizon store now and save. $180 BYOD promo credit per phone and $720 local promo credit applied over 36 months. For new customers, activating 3 new lines with your own 4G or 5G phones on unlimited welcome plan required. Additional terms apply. Auto pay and paper-free billing required. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust, Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Endurance has paid hundreds of millions in claims. Call for your fast free quote today. Call 800-296-7260. That's 800-296-7260. 800-296-7260.
If I was to describe this sandwich in one word, I would say magical. Hi, this is Jamor, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is that extra oomph. I go back and forth from the spicy filet to the original filet. I get into the sweetness of the honey, then you have the extra kick from the spicy filet. The combination alone takes it over the top. It's award-winning.
The Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is back with a bite. Try it with the original or spicy filet, now for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
One Thanksgiving morning, I was at my local coffee shop, and a man tapped me on the shoulder and he says, "Happy Thanksgiving, Dr. Nangia." And I turned around and I said, "Oh, happy Thanksgiving to you too, my friend." And realized I recognized him as one of my patients, but couldn't remember why. And he says, "Oh, yeah, you helped myself and my wife have our little boy, Nate." I said, "Oh, please show me a picture." And he shows me this picture of a beautiful little boy, and he says, "Nate loves soccer and dinosaurs, and today will be his 3rd Thanksgiving. And we're so grateful to you." And I'm really touched by this Thanksgiving message. So that evening, we're all sitting around the table and we always say what we're thankful for in life. And there was no doubt that little Nate came to mind, helping couples have children and making their dreams come true. And to work with such incredible people at the hospital, doing their best every day, it's just brilliant.
The University of Kansas Health System. Why would you go anywhere else?
Brought to you by Quad Power Products. Experience the Quad Power advantage at quadfluidpower.com. Quad Power Products is KC's 30-year leader in custom hydraulic hoses, couplers, and adapters. Built on trust, reliability, and world-class service with expert technicians in the fastest turnaround time. Experience the Quad Power advantage at quadfluidpower.com.
Rock weather clear tonight. The overnight low 56. Sunny skies tomorrow. A high of 79.
Remember when people told you not to mix beer and pot? And when you finally did, whoa, it was pretty damn cool.
I'm so wasted.
The Church of Lazlo. The Church of Lazlo. On 98.9 The Rock.
Isn't it by far another dark day? How you're like sun hiding somewhere
Yo, are we done?
That's a wrap, my man.
That's good, huh? I had a good time with you today.
I had fun with you, too. I hope the
Thank
feds
you
don't
so
know our
much,
house. I hope everything.
I don't have a computer.
I know. So good. You're good. I've got computers. When I had COVID, I was broadcasting from home during lockdown, I got mad at my computer one night because I couldn't get the podcast to work, and I smashed the screen against a corner of a table.
Is cam soda
and
legal?
Threw it under my bed. I don't know what's on that computer because I can't look at it.
Cam soda legal?
Not in Kansas. No.
Oh, boy.
No. I think it's legal. You just got to put in your information.
Little concerned about that. Other than that,
you're fine. They're not going to bust you for cam soda. I mean, they'll probably talk about it in the news. Then they'll do one of those things, say nothing illegal was found, just a lot of searches for cam soda, a lot of money spent on a website called cam soda. They have to do that. They have to embarrass you.
Sure.
But that's why you put it out there.
Yeah.
You tell everybody everything that could ever be on the front page of the New York Times.
Yeah, I'm going to start wearing shirts that say cam soda.
Cam soda. I'm either on my way to or on my way from cam soda.
Good show, cam soda. Stay positive, kids.
The Church of Lazlo.
The Church of Lazlo on 98.9 The Rock. The Rock.